tonight is a big roll of the dice, you could say, in a lot of ways. Chris Wallace, Fox News host, will be the moderator for this big event. He will drill down on what Americans really need to know in order to make this very huge decision for everybody. And that includes the debt, immigration, the economy, the Supreme Court, foreign hot topics, and a big one, fitness to be president across the board on both sides. So going into this debate, we're going to get a look at the state of the race right now.
Also, and here is what we find in our brand new Fox polling showing Clinton leading in a four-way race. She's at 45%. Donald Trump 6 points behind at 39. Meanwhile, hours ahead of the debate tonight, Trump vowing to, quote, drain the swamp and reform Washington.
We're going to win. We're going to take back the White House. We're going to put America first again. We're going to deliver real change. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And we are going to end the government of corruption, which it has definitely been. And we're going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C.
This is becoming a catchphrase of this stage of the campaign, to be sure. Senior national correspondent John Roberts joins us live. He's poolside here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas with more. Good morning to you, John.
Martha, good morning to you. You know, things are going the wrong way for Donald Trump. You saw that in our Fox News poll. A new Monmouth poll has got him down 7 points here in the Silver State. And in neighboring Arizona, a new Arizona Republic poll has got Hillary Clinton up by 5 points in a state that hasn't gone Democratic since her husband won it in 1996. So he needs a turnaround moment tonight. What he needs to be able to do, Martha, is pivot from the controversies that have dogged his campaign for the last couple of weeks and get onto issues, get onto policy, and really contrast what he would do with the country, where he would take it, with where Hillary Clinton wants to take the country. And even though polls in almost every battleground state, with the exception of Iowa and Ohio, show Hillary Clinton with a lead, Donald Trump believes there is a Brexit-type movement out there in America that will defy the polls come Election Day. Here's what he said about that last night in Grand Junction, Colorado.
This is an election about truth. Some people can't handle the truth. No matter what people may think of me, the one thing they know is that we're going to tell the American people where we stand, where we are. We're going to tell them the truth. Believe me, folks, we're doing great. If we keep our spirit, and if we go out and win, this is another Brexit.
There is one bright spot for Donald Trump in our new Fox News poll. Among independents, he leads Hillary Clinton by 7 points. They were all tied up in our last Fox News poll back in the middle of October. But, Martha, what he really needs is to win back women, because he has been hemorrhaging support among women in the last couple of weeks. So a big task for him tonight at this debate.
Absolutely, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment with Kellyanne Conway and lots of other things as well. So, John, he is proposing some radical reforms that he brought up yesterday that are part of this Drain the Swamp theme, which is resonating out there in the early going. It's radical reforms to the government. Tell us about that.
And what's really interesting here, too, is the language that he is using, and there's just no mistake in the way that he is framing this. Drain the swamp, if you'll remember, was language that Bush 43 was using back in the early 2000s to describe how he was going to fight the war on terror. So Donald Trump has come up with a 5-point ethics reform plan for Washington, which includes banning people who are in his administration, should he win, from lobbying for 5 years, encouraging Congress to adopt the same proposal, and as well initiating term limits. He would ask for a constitutional amendment to do that. Here's what he said about it yesterday in Colorado.
It is indeed time to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. If I'm elected president, I will push for a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on all members of Congress.
And what it would be is 2 terms for the Senate, so that would be 12 years, 3 terms in the House, that would be 6 years. What's really interesting about that proposal is back in 2011, Donald Trump said of the mayor's race in New York City, he's no fan of term limits. But yet here he is in 2016, a big fan of term limits. Martha?
Changed his mind, apparently. John, thank you very much.